Hi there, my name's Marco. Basically, what I do is I am what I label a winner lifestyle maximizer. So, winner lifestyle maxing, that's what I do. How do I do this? Well, it's a combination of things. So, it's basically using different types of knowledge, whether it's neuroscientific, whether it's quantum knowledge, whether it's esoteric knowledge, spiritual knowledge, teachings, religions, all of that. I mix everything so that I can have the winner lifestyle and maximize my lifestyle by being a winner. It's a lot of mindset involved, and it's a lot of realizing of who you are. So today I'm going to be talking about you might not be who you really are. That sounds really weird, and if you've never thought about this, well, I invite you to, join in on this monologue conversation which I'm having here with you in this moment in time, and to realize these things and think about it. So, you might not be who you really are. What does that mean? Well, what does it mean for you? Ask yourself the question. Reflect, right? If I'm not who I really am, who am I? Well, more than likely, I'm not saying it is a definite, but I'm saying it is a majority. That's the truth. Is that we are not really who we are because we are who we've programmed to be. Who programs you? Well, in today's age, it's going to be TikTok programming the people. It's going to be social media. It's going to be reels. It's short form content and short bursts of ideas and stimulation that are the personality of people. Impatience, of course, comes from that. But they have become just what they consume. They have been programmed to become. Since we are already living in a simulation, what's happening is that we're creating more mini matrices of the simulation to be stuck in. So when you are consuming content, you are becoming what you see. But here's the part that might surprise you. That's not who you really are. You've been so absorbed, and I've been there too, and I do get there too as well. It still happens to me. No one's immune to this. But you get so absorbed in that content that you become someone that you truly not. Someone who you are not even. Who is the true self? What are our true selves? How do we realize this? Well, it is compassion and love, joy, blissfulness, but big emphasis on love, because love, as they say, love, it's magical, it does all things, but it's not just a love for a person. It's love for, of course, feeling the connectedness of everything. Feeling your connection to everything. Since we are connected in this current simulation of the flesh world, of the 3D world, of the setup, which we chose to come experience, we are connected, right? It's not about this hippie stuff, because people think about hippies hugging a tree. Well, tree hugging is actually good for you. It's good for the grounding energy. Remember, trees go so deep into the ground and are so part of the earth, and they are very intelligent as to the environment. That's why trees shed leaves. That's why the leaves fall off. That's when they know when to send the seeds for other trees to grow. Trees can communicate with each other. They have a very intricate system, very ancient system of communication. So to say that, well, we can't gain any energy from that is very ignorant and very, I would say, uninformed to say. Because we can go outside and touch a tree, and the tree is so connected, and there's magnetic fields emitting from the earth. Now, this is for the sciencey people, right? If you believe in gravity, why believe in something you can't see? Why believe in something that, I can't go out and touch it, so how do I know it's real? So how do I know the energy of the tree is real? How do I know anything's real? All right? So there's just some stuff that is, you have to alter your thinking a bit to go from what you think is practical, which is the disillusioned practical, to actually practical. And these things emit energy. So trees and plants and everything emits energy ultimately. But my point is that going to a tree, touching the tree, right? So you're feeling that ancient energy. So that was just a bit of a tangent. But ultimately, what we're saying is that love connects all. And that's who we truly are. We are love, right? That's our true being. That's our true way of existence. Everything else is an illusion. Everything else is a programmed ego. Now, the ego needs to be programmed, but it depends on what you program it with. This is why content curation is such an important element of life, and it needs to become vital as we move forward and as we just, bombarded with more information. We need to realize who we are. So, who are you really? You might not know who you really are. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to tell you exactly the ways that you can find out who you really are. And this is really straightforward. Right, so number one is content curation. But ideally, cutting off from consuming any content for a period of time. I would say about at least 1 month, where you detach completely from any content you consume, from any insights, any ideas, anything like that. And what you do is you just tap into being by yourself. So being alone, go outside in nature, like I mentioned, the trees. Go stand barefooted underneath a tree. Go do that. Go do that for 1 hour. Not every single day. Just do that for 1 hour randomly. Today, tomorrow, right now. Do it right now. And get rid of all those energies. Use your planet, use the earth on which you live to get rid of all these energies and all these entities that have stuck to you through doing various things, through the music you listen to, through the films you watch, through the short content that you consume on a daily basis. You want to get rid of these energies, so you can get back into tune with who you really are, what you really are. What you really are is love, it's peace, it's blissfulness, it's joy. It's abundance, it's prosperity. That's who you truly are. You're not fear. You're not fearful. You're not supposed to be fearful, doubting, thinking there's a lack, believing there's a lack, not having faith, feeling hopeless, despair, misery, all of these bad things. These are just untrue, false illusions that they make you believe. It's so crazy how they make you believe that. Hence why the news is such a big thing, the CBB. I'm not going to say the name, but CBB, one of the biggest propellers for this BS going on. 1 second you yank something negative and it's not true, and then the next thing you sing about little puppies and then the next thing you sing about donkey extinction. These things are true, but at the end of the day, how much emotions can you process in a span of an hour of watching the news? You're going on this roller coaster. There's no integration of the emotion. It's not about being emotionless. It's about controlling your emotions in such a way that you can integrate them and actually feel them. When you're constantly bombarded on short form content or reels and stuff about different things, one moment you're crying and the next moment you're laughing, you didn't even have time to process things. Because usually if you see something that upsets you, you feel it for a bit and you become aware. You don't distract it with the next emotion. You become aware of the emotion and you integrate it. So it doesn't take 2 hours. What is happening is that you're seeing something that is sad and you feel it, you acknowledge it and say, I'm feeling this way. It made me feel upset. And then you move on, to integrate and say, what, I'm going to go back to then focusing on my initial vision, which is important, for you to have a purpose and a vision. So you can, anytime you get sidetracked with emotions that do come up, which is normal, it's human, this is your experience, just to at least balance yourself back in the middle and not like, oh, I'm happy, then sad, I'm happy and sad because of the short form content. So this is why it's important. And this is why you might not be who you really are. So detach from these things. Detach from the short form content, the reels, and maybe get absorbed into doing something you enjoy. So if you enjoy writing short stories, you enjoy writing essays, you enjoy going outside, you enjoy working out, maybe do more of those things. Of course, in a balanced way, you don't want to be working out 3 times a day, killing yourself. But what you can do is you could say, well, I would like to do some more stretching. I would like to do some yoga. I'm going to do some of this. If that's what is in line with what you enjoy or what your passion, try it out. Do it. Detach from these things that are constantly programming you. So detach from the TV, the films, the music, everything, and just get back in line with who you are. Trust me, you'll see the signs. The signs is going to tell you hey man, you're doing the right thing. This is who you really are. You'll have dreams. Your ego will start to actually help you and actually become your ally and not become something that you just live from unconsciously. Anyways, that's my advice for today. That's what I got to say for today. That's how you can win a lifestyle max. Have a good one and good luck, man. Stay positive. Remember that you've come a long way and you've got a long way to go. And there's much more beautiful things to experience. Take care.